of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
Can you change it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
You ready?
Oh, you're finally ready? Okay, yeah.
This guy. Could you will you at least put the other monitor in front of your camera or above your camera so it looks like you're looking at me?
What?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. And welcome to Model Club TV, episode 123.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Club TV.
Hey, look at that. When's the last time that happened? 12? 1, 2?
Like I know.
Now we have to wait till episode 1234.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, we'll make it that far.
One of us will. So, how are you, Scott, my lovely co-host? What's going on, man?
Got my lazy eye going.
Got your lazy eye going? Is it extra lazy today?
Look at it. It's out of control.
So wait, does it actually shift around? Like some days it's good and some days it's worse?
So when I'm focusing out of this eye,
wait,
it doesn't happen. Yeah, well, you're always looking out of one eye more than the other.
You
if
are?
I go this way, yeah.
Huh?
Well, I am anyway. So
I thought the whole point of stereoscopic vision was to be looking out of two eyes at the same time.
Well, that's what you think.
Anyway. We're off to a great start. Oh, man. Well, let's continue down this road. I told the people I was arguing with on the phone that I would start every podcast with this. Do not buy a Murray lawnmower and do not buy a Briggs & Stratton engine. That is all. To my 1,810 subscribers, please do not buy anything from those people
who don't honor their warranty.
Who do not honor their warranty on a POS lawnmower. This has been the most rage-filled week of my entire life, with many things that have gone sideways, and that's one of them. I will leave the most of this story out. We got to get on with the show.
Yeah.
Because there's another rage-filled story.
Oh, goody.
Hotels. Scott, what are your feelings on hotels?
I like hotels.
What's the best part about a hotel?
Not having to make the bed.
Yeah, well, at least you have having a bed, right?
Yeah. Reservations.
Reservations. You have a hotel. So we tried to stay at the True by Hilton, East Louisville, Kentucky. We got there at 12:30 in the evening. In the morning. I don't know. Midnight 30. Oh, dude. When's that game over?
What? I just glanced. Can I glance?
No. The game over. We get there and they give us our key to our room. We open the door and a dog looks up at me. And then I noticed there's suitcases on this thing. And Jamie's like, uh-oh, there's suitcases. We slowly back out of the room to avoid getting bit by a dog and or shot. Go to the desk. They gave our room away. And there were no other rooms in the hotel. So now, been arguing with Hilton all week. They still haven't followed through on half their promise. And yeah, I've had a fun week. Finding out on the same day they're not covering the warranty on the lawnmower that they screwed up. Good times. So, yeah.
And then you go in the UPS store and someone's packing their box on the...
All right. Etiquette for the UPS store. Can we not pack your boxes on the table that is needed to scan labels in and drop them in the bin? Can we not do that, people in the south suburbs of Chicago? This is absolutely... Now I know how Dennis on Always Sunny feels. Or George. I need to go to Rageaholics. Like George from Seinfeld. I can feel it. Like right here.
Like Ross from Friends when someone ate his turkey sandwich with the
I'm not
moist
familiar
maker.
with this reference.
Oh yeah.
He got angry over turkey.
Well, because it was a special turkey sandwich that his sister makes, and she puts a slice of bread in the middle that's dipped in turkey gravy, and he calls that the moist maker. And someone ate his turkey sandwich and he raged out. So
Scott is not at a disco party. Scott is watching a baseball game on the side.
I'm not watching a game on that,
which keeps changing the light around him, so it goes from dark to light to dark to light. Oh, it's gonna be one of those. So anyway, how you been? How's your week been? What's going on? What's new? Do you have any rage-filled experiences?
Only speaking to you.
Dude, I like arguing with Truvago at 2 a.m. with people probably in Singapore was just, I couldn't do it. And it's bad. Let's start with some good news.
No room for you. You go now. You're too fat.
Oh, wait, Joe and Kathy Heil stopped by. So our good friend Joe Heil, who we've had on the show, was up in a wedding in Wisconsin, and they stopped by the neighborhood on their way home. We went out for pizza. We had a good time with them, right, Scott?
Yes, we had a great time.
Lovely people. And I'm so happy they came.
Right up until the time you told your wife she should, or your girlfriend.
My wife? Whoa.
your girlfriend that she should try Weight Watchers.
That was a joke. It was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke.
All right. Just wondering how many married men or not single men on this podcast would tell their wife, you should go on Weight Watchers and not walk around with an eye like mine for the rest of their lives. So,
it was funny.
Oh yeah, it was a stitch, man.
It was funny to me. Did we even bring up yesterday?
Anyway, Joe and Kathy Heil, thank you.
Yeah.
They were gracious and they bought us dinner.
Yeah,
and,
yes. We took them to Aurelio's in Homewood, which is we had the Poperoni pizza, which is the new Pope, his favorite pizza place because he grew up in Scott's neighborhood, and his favorite pizza place is in my neighborhood. So we went in there and ate some Pope pizza. That was fun. One of the things though that Joel Heil was supposed to bring with him was the giveaway for this episode. And guess what? It showed up in the mail today. Well, one box showed up yesterday. One box showed up today. Now, these are huge boxes. One's a huge. So
here he goes.
Box number 1. I haven't even opened them yet. This is super heavy. So let me cut this open. And we'll see what we got. What we're giving away this episode. What's the score there on that game, Scott?
I turned it off because I got tired of your bitching.
Oh, really? Thanks. We have some other updates we have on this episode that we'll talk about in a moment. What do we got before I spill my tea? Man, Joe likes his tape. Okay, here we go. Box number 1. These legs. Oh, I know. That's right. Here we go. You know what that is, Scott?
It's a tauntaun.
It is a tauntaun. So here's what we're going away. A classic. A Garage Kid classic. Here's the instructions.
Do we have a maker on this?
Who made this? I totally forgot. Wait, here it is. Oh, who made this tauntaun? Joe, I'm gonna I'll add it in at the bottom of the screen right here. The manufacturer. Oh, this is Monks from 03, from 2003. So here's all your tauntaun parts. Here's the base, snow, wampa skull. Here is the figure. So we have a Luke on tauntaun, an original garage kit. Not a 3D print, not new. This is the old one. This is not the Stan Arts one. The old garage kit Luke on tauntaun, where he's firing behind him. All right, so that's our first giveaway this episode. In the comments, I would like you to put a snowflake emoji. I'm pretty sure there is one, right, Scott?
In this day and age, there better be one.
So that's what we're giving away this episode. Thank you so much, Joe Heil, for that kit. The second kit. See this box?
Yes, I can see the box.
Do you know what this is? Can you guess by the box size? Can anyone guess by the box?
I cannot.
Oh my gosh! Scott, you gotta know. I can't get to it in my tiny little room. I got this in my tiny little studio. Ready? I don't know if you can still hear me.
Oh, well, there you go.
So this is what you can win: a sea view voyage to the bottom of the sea.
Might want to save that box.
I know.
Well, there you go.
Okay, that's the next kit for the giveaway. So what emoji should they put in for that, Scott? Oh my gosh. What emoji? What do we got?
I'm looking.
Ooh, that was close. My razor blade almost fell into my foot.
I'd laughed.
No. All right. Thank you, Joe. Joe, you now know how small this room is and how hard that is to get there. All right, we have a sea view and a Luke Skywalker. So a snowflake emoji for Luke. What emoji should we put for? Hey, look, I can pick it up with my feet.
You're nasty. Why don't you tell everyone what you did last night?
Okay. All right, a sea view. What are we doing?
I'm trying to help you, but so far I'm not finding anything cool.
How about some underwater creature? All right, there's a whale emoji. There's two different kinds. Either one will count. So a whale emoji for the sea view. Snowflake emoji for the Luke on tauntaun. I'll get those kits out. Show them a little better next time. But they just came today. Didn't have time to unpack. Thank you, Joe Heil. It was great seeing both you and Kathy. Thank you so much for coming by. But yeah, that was the good part of last week, and then it all went downhill. We went to the music festival in Louisville. We went to Louder Than Life. And the cool thing that happened at Louder Than Life is right before we got a voicemail from one Mr. Tim Marple. And Tim said, hey man, I don't get out much and I don't really know. I'm not good at computers. Can't really send pictures. Would you like to come by and see my collection? And I was like, so I called him. I returned the call and I was like, you're not going to murder me, are you? Is like one of the first things I said. And he goes, no, Jason, I'm not going to murder you. So we stopped by Tim Marple's house, and it had to be one of the coolest things I've done in a very long time. And it was a pleasure and an honor to meet Tim Marple. And this episode, we are going to show pictures from his collection. And we don't have a guest this episode. That's just kind of what we're going to go through. We have not a lot, but we have some of the new kits and news and reviews and stuff. But we're going to show you Tim Marple's stuff. And I was absolutely blown away by his collection. And there's some really cool things in there. And I think a lot of people will appreciate what I saw. And Tim, thank you for reaching out. It was, I'm not even kidding, it was an honor to get to meet you. Sweet, awesome guy. And it was great. It was fantastic. So
You didn't invite me.
Would you have gone down to Louisville to the music festival?
Well, if I was with you, I might have, yeah.
Okay. So, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
You're always ready? Holy crap.
Sure.
All right. So, news and reviews.
Here
we go. All right. Up first, we have from I would know working, not working. Why is it not working?
Something on your end.
Oh, there. All right. From Nostalgic Resin Productions, who is back with a vengeance. Can we say that? A vengeance? Back with something? Pep in his step?
Sure.
Is officially taking orders for his new jumbo INS Reporter figure kit. Price is $180 shipped, and this is larger than $160. With its base, it's about 10.5 inches tall. The base is about 9 inches in diameter. I'm also selling just the figure as a shelf sitter.
Say that 10 times fast.
I know, that was close. As a shelf sitter for $90. That's 10 inches head to toes. I also have Temptation coming in October. Price to be determined. This will be $160. We'll get to that in one moment. But here is the large. There's the larger version on right. Next picture. There's your shelf sitter, which I kind of like as a shelf sitter. Pretty cool.
I wonder how that would look on the Egyptian base.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Cool. You could do that. I like that. Very cool. I'm glad he made a bigger one. I think a lot of people might jump at that. I think that is a great kit for that size, especially with the details on the pants.
Ever since Dave was here the first time, he's wanted to be bigger.
Shelf sitter. Man, that's hard to say. Very cool. So INS Reporter has been jumbo size. Jumbo. His next thing. Now, the next two kits. The next one's from NY3D. This next one, though, is from Nostalgic Resin. And it's weird that two things that I've always kind of wanted are coming together at the exact same time. We're going to start with this. And this is Temptation from Nostalgic Resin Productions. And this is from the movie Legend. Here's the artwork done by one of Dave's daughters as well. And here's the kit. This is how it's going to break down. Now, I know Scott has never seen the movie Legend, so he has no idea what this is. Have I assumed correctly, Scott? All right.
Yes.
So this is from a point in the movie where the heroine of the film has been seduced by the devil and is kind of hypnotized in a way. And he puts this wedding gown on her. It's this beautiful black dress. And I've always wanted this as a kid. Always. I honestly, if I ever got married, this was the dress I would want my wife to wear. But it would never work with any normal human. So,
wait a minute. Dress you wanted to wear?
No, wife.
Oh.
I love the plunging neckline on that.
Would this be before or after the Weight Watchers?
You would definitely need some Weight Watchers to wear this dress. Why are you trying to get me in trouble? You're making it sound worse than it actually was. Anyway.
You don't have to do anything to make it sound worse than it was. Okay.
Anyway. This is great. And this is the pose. Cape will be printed in smoke clear, so it looks more like we see in the film. It's a little sheer in the film. I hope to have test photos this week up on Nostalgic Resin Productions group. We'll leave a link down below. But this is coming, and I'm very excited for this. This is something that should have been a kit a very long time ago. There's been 1 billion Darkness models, but there's never been one of her.
Even I know that.
Now we just need one in scale to her. Because Darkness is like 10 feet tall. If we did a darkness figure that's the same size, that'd be good. So very cool. All right. Up next. Scott, do you want to read that slide while I push buttons?
Sure. This was our press release, so to speak. We would like to introduce our newest kit from NY3D Creations. And it's Bilbo Baggins from the beloved 1977 Rankin Bass film, right?
Yes.
The Hobbit. Bilbo is available in two sizes: a 6-inch tall, approximately 1/8 for $60, an 8-inch tall, approximately 1/6 for $95. The kit is designed to have the blade lit up. There'll be a clear printed blade included, a channel down through the hand to the two-piece base that has been engineered for easy wiring. There is a space in the base under the inner part to provide batteries for any connection you desire. This kit is listed for sale under newest releases at ny3dcreations.com.
Finally. There's been a couple, and I have them. The ones that have been out there, I have both, I think. This one's really, really nice. Better than both of those put together. And I'm very excited for this. I will be buying one of these, Mike. You'll be getting a message from me soon. This is super, super cool. I am just like over the moon about this. Now, Mike, I know you kind of like are worried about doing some more, but if you could just maybe do the golem to go with it, that would be very cool. But I'm not going to press my luck. I'm going to stay happy with what I got. This is beautiful. This is very cool. Any fans of the movie, pick this up because this is something I think we've all been waiting for a long time. So awesome. Thank you, Mike, for making this. Super excited. What do you think, Scott?
It looks like it to me.
Have you
I've
watched
never. No, come on.
You've never even watched the cartoon?
No. I saw the other one in the late 70s.
Okay, the yes. That's okay, but it's not.
And it was a real scratchy, horrible copy at the
Yeah.
Homewood Theater
Oh,
before.
really?
Yes. And yeah, it didn't do much for me.
Man, the Rankin and Bass ones are so good. So very excited. So links down below for that. Check out NY. Tons of great stuff from NY3D. All the Spaceballs stuff. Now we got some Hobbit stuff. Super. I want to talk about a Patreon I signed up for this last month to get two specific models, but then I'm like, man, they got some really, really good. So this is Bulkamancer Sculpts. And they do, and again, this is one of those things where finally I'm getting stuff that's for me, like my age group of people. And some of it's slightly anime, some of it's not, but this was the first figure I really wanted. And this is from Arcane. And their renders are so good. This is Caitlin from Arcane, and their renders are just, it looks like it's straight out of the animated movie. Like just right there. But she was one of my favorite characters in there. And there's been a couple other ones, but this is by far the best one. But these were the two I wanted. And then this one, this is, Scott, do you know what this is? I told you. Do you remember what I told you? This is the Artillery Witch from Trench Crusade. From Trench Crusade, which is a tabletop game kind of like Warhammer. And most of their stuff is all minis. And I was going to blow up the mini to a larger, like 1/6 scale or something. But they did a 1/10 with this. So I bought this right away as soon as I became it because you get 50% discount. But I absolutely love this. Like, this is such a cool design. It's just a witch that can throw bombs. It's amazing. But some of their other stuff, these are their renders along with their printed kits, what they actually look like. And
so you better reinforce that arm some because
oh yeah, for sure. Go back to that for sure. But there's somewhere between animated and real. Like there's this like kind of gray area that they're kind of going through. So some of it looks animated, some of it looks a little more realistic. That's Ciri from The Witcher, and then this is, and again, this is The Witcher's right up my alley. This is Eve from Metal Gear Solid, and it's from Snake Eater. She was such a B word in this. But I love the kit. Like, it's just dead on amazing. And I'm really happy that I signed up for that one. And it's pretty cheap for the month, and you get a ton of stuff every month. And here's another one. This is from another video game. But just look at that render. Like, it's crazy how good.
So do you have selling rights for this? Or
I
no?
don't have selling rights for these. So it's pretty expensive. If I got a lot of interest in some of this, maybe I would, but I think it was like $30 a month. That's what I was paying Ina, and I stopped doing that. So I'm just doing Ina stuff for me now. If someone does want something specific, you could probably buy the files and do it, and I'll do it. Man, these are so good. So good. Bulkamancer. Check them out. All right. Then up next, what do we got from Well?
Our friend Well Winter has done the Peter Ponimus boat balloon. Looks like he's getting ready to do that. And
I want to know how he's going to do that balloon.
I don't know either, because the balloon really needs to be supported from the smokestack.
Yeah.
And
how do you print that? That's what, like, oof.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see.
You know what, though? You could do it, but it's again, how are you going to engineer it? Because it's got to sit. It can't sit on the like cage support.
Right.
It's got to actually, the weight's got to be supported probably from inside that smokestack.
And it's another one of those kits that would probably be better in styrene. You know, like, but we'll see.
But kudos to him.
Very cool. Very cool. What just won? Fantastic Four won the.
I think that was winning for the second of the Patreon. Yes.
I went for Astro Boy, of course. Mine doesn't win. Everyone else went. Yeah. Everyone else went Fantastic Four. Which will be cool. If it's as good as that Thor, that should be fun.
I went Fantastic Four, just so you know.
I know you did. I know. All right, we got a lot of 3D prints here at the end. We want to talk about these? Wicked. Wicked is another 3D printing Patreon. And they came out with some Universal Monsters this month. Scott, you want to talk about it?
Sure. Well, the first one I saw was The Mummy.
Yeah.
And I really like this piece for the pose and the base, especially the sarcophagus and everything. The Mummy is not a great likeness to Karloff.
So, I'm going to pull the bust up because the bust shows the. Now, I have a question. Do you think they were even trying to make it look like Karloff? I don't think they were. Okay. Because it looks nothing like Karloff.
If they were,
they messed up. If they
messed up. That being said, you're creative. You can find a good Karloff bust somewhere, 3D print it, and print the same size and swap the heads out.
Or, I mean, I like it just as a generic mummy. Like,
right.
But
they use the Universal logo and the pyramid on the base, which I really like the base.
Yeah.
And I like the sarcophagus. But, I look at, like, I've got the old Exo Facto mummy where he's kind of leaning back.
Yeah.
You could print this base big enough to put that on there.
Or I was thinking along the same. You could take Ina's mummy, which looks a lot more like Karloff, and use that mummy because he's stepping forward. I think.
Yeah, but this one's gonna have one foot is gonna be higher.
Oh yeah. Or just move him forward on the base there. Start out.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it.
But it's nice. Don't get me wrong.
It's great.
When you look at that bust and you look at the detail and the bandages and stuff, and it's like, wow.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up. Look at those bandages. They look like real, like that's what gauze looks like. And that'd be so hard to sculpt. It's just a cool mummy.
Yeah, no, it is.
But it's not a good Karloff. So even the, like, he looks bald. He doesn't have hair. So.
He's been in the ground for thousands of years. He probably wouldn't.
That's true. No, that hair sticks in there. But there's the bust. I love it looks like. Okay, hear me out. If they redid the mummy and it looked like this, the bust, would you be mad?
No,
No, I think this is a great updated
No.
mummy. Wait, I don't think I ever saw the Brendan Fraser mummy all the way through.
it wasn't anywhere like this.
Like, does this look like that? No. Okay.
No.
I think that's a great mummy by itself, but just not the mummy. On to the next one. Invisible Man. So again, series of busts with swappable heads and a figure with a crazy base.
So
Let's start with the bust.
let's start with the bust. I don't think they're going for Claude Rains. If they are, they missed it bad. But they still it's beautifully sculpted. Just amazing. There's no doubt who it is when you have, especially when it's bandaged up. So that part of it is cool. The base, of course, is cool. And then you go on to the full size, and it's amazing. It is truly amazing.
Well, except for one thing.
Except for one thing, and I agree.
How
I agree.
in the world do you mess that up?
It's got to be a room thing, to have room.
Okay, let's talk about it. Because this, it harkens back to the plastic. First it harkens back to the Dark Horse one. Then the plastic one. And now we have this, where you have the room scene. How in the world do you have a table that is less than knee high as an actual table? Like, I get it if that's supposed to be a coffee table.
Okay, so a coffee table would be like that. But now they've got two tables that are kind of like that. I think where they screwed up is they made the fireplace to match the figure.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they got to squeeze everything else in there. Okay. And really, it should have been, the figure should be smaller. That would be my solution to it, is to maybe make the tables a little bigger and the figure smaller to try to balance it out.
Here's my hope. And we don't know the part breakdown. But if the legs are separate, you could just stretch the leg in this slicer.
Mm-hmm.
And then attach them to the bottom, making the table taller.
Did you see the back of this thing?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The back of it is pretty cool with that Universal logo and stuff. I like that.
I do too. Why is the window in front of the fireplace? And I guess it's not representative necessarily of anything, except for you can see the window in the fire, So that's kind of a weird thing going on there.
That is kind of... It's bad. And this isn't the first time Wicked's done this. They need an art director. There's like bad choices in a lot of their stuff that. It's like, why? If you would have just done it this way, you would have had the...
the one thing that would make me want to buy this file is just the accessories.
Yeah.
Okay. And like you said, on the back, the Universal logo. That'd be so cool to just cut.
Yeah.
And put on something else you were doing,
I mean, yeah, if you look at the accessories, you get bottles, you have a microscope on that table. And that's what throws... I could get it if the table was just bottle. And like, oh, here's just a table holding bottles. But there's a microscope on there, like he's using that table as a microscope table.
Not only that, though, I don't think the microscope is really in scale with the figure.
No, probably not. Well, maybe.
But again, that's all stuff you can size bigger, Well,
the if you think of it, the thing fits on your eye. That maybe it's close. But you're right. You could always resize. Unless if it's part of the table, which would suck.
Well, if you're creative, you could cut it off the table, but...
Yeah. But, I mean, let's do this. Thank you, Wicked, for making Universal Monster stuff. And reaching out and trying to do this sort of thing. Instead of the same old Marvel stuff that we see all the time. Or DC stuff from them all the time. I'm glad they're trying this kind of thing. And it seems pretty popular, so I hope they keep doing it. And it could end up pretty cool. So, well done. I'll give them that. It's a good try. What was the one they did right before this? Wasn't there another one? They did another Universal one, and I can't remember. But
I don't remember now either. But yeah.
Man, it's getting hot in. Oh, look. Hot in here. What's going on? It's getting hot. Oh. Look at that. I feel refreshed. I feel amazing.
What fucking garage sale did you get that mess at?
Well, at the music festival, Famous Monsters had a booth.
Huh.
So I bought a couple t-shirts, and this was the first one I...
Wow. Were they sold out of every other one?
No, they were not. Ah, beautiful. Oh, it feels so nice. So
I hope you're fucking choking it. I hope it gives you a rash.
All right. Well, our guest, Workbench. You want to do Workbench? You got anything? It's been in a couple little updates I got too for the show. Before we move on to Tim.
I don't have anything, but I actually did some resin casting today.
Okay. What'd you cast?
And there was a gentleman that needed feet for the original Big Luna. And I still have the original Big Luna molds. I told the guys that I might be able to get one set out of these molds, So I cleaned them up. And these came, this is a funny story. These came from Ed Boukley. And when he had these molds, they were during his cigar smoking days.
Oh, no.
So when I got these molds, they reeked of cigar smoke. Okay. And, since then, they've been in my garage for about 10 years. So it's like, if not longer. And it's like, so the smell has kind of gone out of them. So I brought it in the house. I poured 2 feet for this guy. A couple little chunks of rubber came out when I demolded them, but not bad considering how old it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But what's funny is the heat, because these are big solid feet like this. Okay. All right. But the heat from the mold brought out the cigar smell again. So anyway.
That's pretty cool.
Other
than that, working on anything else? Get anything set up?
No, I've got some hold on, you're about to make me really sick, so just hold on a minute. No, I've just been getting stuff cast and painted and built and what have you. Not painted, but
wait,
trying to
I'm
get
gonna
my
make you sick. What are you talking about?
Well, I happen to be on the Famous Monsters fucking site now.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't even show that shirt, but they had a nice Basil Gogos Frankenstein shirt you could have got. Iconic cover.
I did get one other one, but I actually bought a white t-shirt from them. I bought the
nice
Shock Monster that's in 3D that has the 3D lines on it. But this one I got specifically for you.
There's a Karloff mummy that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I almost bought a blanket, the Skeletor blanket from the Masters of the Universe movie. I'm still probably going to go back and buy it.
See now. Oh, I see the white 3D ringer tree. Yeah, I see that. There's a creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'll put a link up to Famous Monsters. Famous Monsters, guys. Thanks for the shirts.
So yeah, I've been back upstairs cleaning up my area, getting my paints sorted out, which leads to a funny story real quick, if I may.
Oh, you may.
I already told you this. I told my wife tonight, and the kids, they were laughing at me. So at Wonderfest, I think it was Squadron was selling a pinup paint set, which was flesh tones and stuff.
Yeah.
So every once in a while when I'm on Amazon, I look for stuff like that. So I type in flesh tone or whatever I typed in.
Yeah, what did you type in? That's what I want to know.
I don't know to this time what happened. But I don't know if it auto-corrected or what happened.
Yeah.
But the next thing you know, I've got a page full of dildos and strap-on dildos and everything else. And I'm like, what in the hell happened to my search perimeter? Okay.
First of all, I didn't even know they sold those on Amazon.
Oh my God. I guess I'll be knowing they sold them for the next
We
6
should send a
months
box of those to Cipriano.
till the algorithm clears. Oh my God. But yeah.
Wow. Good times.
Just wow is right. Yeah. But so yeah, be careful how you watch that autocorrect sometimes, because I guess
Flesh
no.
tone. The only reason I think
I tried to recreate the search while I was talking to you.
I couldn't do it either.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, there's this big old boner and what the hell does this have to do with paint?
Damn funny. So my Workbench, I want to apologize. I've only been able to stream one time in the last forever, it feels like now. I have gotten a lot farther. I got my facial hair on my Hannibal Chew. So stay tuned. The next one's coming. But I had a problem yesterday. I did not like the gloss on the eyeball from this stuff was not glossy enough. The future stuff that I had, it just wasn't working right. So I went to put Tamiya over it, Tamiya gloss. And for some reason, my brush was clean, but I don't know if it's the water I cleaned it in last. It wasn't coming out perfectly clear. So then it started drying weird. And then I had to basically strip this under a faucet of the gloss and this stuff and redo parts of the gloss and paint parts of the eyeball. But now I'm back to where I started, but it's almost done. So in the next, probably this weekend, I'm going to go live, finish the
So what are you going to use for gloss?
I'm just going to use the Tamiya now instead of the future floor wax stuff. Because it just, I don't know. There was something, I don't know. It was patchy and not what I want. So that's where we're at with that. And then I'll be done. I think that's almost finished. Going to do the resin this weekend and move on. So that was my Workbench. Not a lot going on. It's been, the last couple weeks have just been horrible in terms of everything. And I haven't felt like doing much. I know Brian's doing the same thing. We had to push Model and Movie back, so that's coming a little bit later. Brian hasn't painted anything. That's how crazy everything is. And we're trying to watch Alien Earth, and it's taken a while. So we're getting there. We'll stay tuned. I'll let everybody know when it's coming. Normally we would have done it today, but we pushed it. So let's get into Tim Marple. So, like I said, Tim reached out to us via voicemail. If you'd like to reach out to us via voicemail and leave something other than a crazy email and something that's really nice, 708-816-4299. And during a conversation with Tim, he said, hey man, I can't work the computers right. Is there any way you could put me in the raffle? So if you see any giveaways and you can't get in there because computer issues, leave a voicemail. I'll add you into the giveaways. Even if you're a person that listens to the audio podcast, call the number 708-816-4299 and I'll get you in there and we'll be good. So, and if you'd like to send us an email at any point, modelclubtv@gmail.com, which reminds me, Larry Airbrush reached out to us and they're sending me an airbrush to try out. And I think they're going to be sending us some paint at some point too. So we'll see what happens there. That'll be fun. And that's it. Tim Marple. So Tim reached out to us and we stopped by his house on our way home. He lives just south of the airport, kind of right by that antique toy shop. Lives over there. So we stopped by Tim's house and I'm going to go through the photos. There's a lot of photos. We're going to try and get through most of them. I'm not sure if we'll get through everything, but he had an amazing and his collection is exactly how I like to see collection. Stuff everywhere. Where everywhere you look, in every little nook and cranny, there's some little cool trinket or something, just something everywhere. And it was amazing. So let's go through it and go to the web window. There's Tim. He looks like me a little bit. There's Tim. Tim is an old Southern rock guy too. He was in a bunch of bands. There's a picture later on of his last band that he was in. He said he had a stroke not a few years ago, and it kind of took him out of the music days and just straight to painting models after that. But here's part of his collection. Some really cool stuff in here. So there's Tim, and you may okay. And I'm going to give everybody a little warning. And if there is any issue with this, I'm going back to just me and Scott. There are some flags. They are Southern flags that have to do with Southern rock and Lynyrd Skynyrd. If there is any issue that anyone does anything mean to Tim because of those flags, you will be banned from this show. Period. If I ever find out, I will never talk to you. Nothing. That's what those are. Don't be a jerk. Scott, if you ever hear anything, let me know. Thank you. Proceeding. All right. We're going to go backwards. These were some of the last pictures I got to take, but we're going to start with Wonderfest. So Tim explained to us that he was one of the first people that started Wonderfest. He was in the club that originally started Wonderfest. And so he has pictures from Plastic Kitten Toy Show Wonderfest 1992. So I got some pictures to show from there. And I also have the plaque here, and I have another picture later on. But look at this. Actual photographs of Wonderfest from 1992. Now, I know
Is that
this.
Tim?
No, that's not him. I don't know. He's taking the picture. I'm almost positive. This is what I want everyone to realize. This was 1992. That alien suit nowadays, everyone would be like, oh, whatever, right? Back then, seeing that rubber alien there would have been like, holy crap, they got a life-size alien. And same with this. Back then in 92, there weren't a million stormtrooper guys walking around. And a full-size stormtrooper was a big deal. Like they have it roped off. That's what's amazing about it. Like they didn't have the 501st people walking around. Maybe they did, but it was nowhere near like today where everyone can just 3D print a stormtrooper outfit and walk around with it. How cool is that? Some other pictures. These are from the contest, so I have some contest pictures. Frankenstein. Which kid is that, Scott? That's the Billiken, right? And then what's the lab equipment?
I think everything there is scratch built, unless might be a Dr. Jekyll table from the Aurora kit. Hard to say.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like the one Dave Fisher did at one point, but I don't think that's Dave's.
Yeah. I just think this was 92.
Yeah.
This was the year I got my first garage kit. Here's the contest, or it looks like, this is the contest. Things in front of them. So tons of Horizon. Look at all those Horizon Terminators. Because that's all there was. Think about it.
There's Mike Parks.
RoboCops.
Mike Parks' first Cyclops is there too.
Mm-hmm. And the eyeball finger guy. And there's a darkness like we were just talking about. There's the screaming Pinhead. What else is in there? Lots of Terminators. A Predator. Is that a Billiken Predator in back? Yeah.
I don't know.
And another
Billiken.
Predator.
I think that's a Billiken creature back there too, with the big giant hands.
Yeah. And then that's the screaming werewolf, I think. No, that can't.
Yeah.
Be.
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
So there we go. There's some of that. Here's a Vampirella.
Now that's an original sculpt. I wonder if that's a Jim Falks piece. I don't know.
Too. And then here there's part of Artomics, which I still have to build. It's still sitting over there. Your Caesar from Artomics, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That Vampirella, is that Huns?
I don't think so. I don't know.
That's
that might be the John Wright one, and then
that's what it is. Yes, Vision, right?
Vision, yeah.
Yeah. And then back there, behind there is a Dr. Deadly that's coming up. This I thought was really cool. So that dragon in the back is a miniature from Grenadier. That was their biggest dragon they ever made, and it's about this tall. And to see it built into a diorama like that's pretty cool. And then here's another diorama. If you're the person that built any of these kits and know, please send in chat, in the comments, let us know which one was yours. and tell us about it. I'd love to hear. There's that dragon again. And there's Lady. So cool.
And look, they had miniatures.
Yeah. Minis? Yep. And there's that Dr. Deadly diorama. That's pretty cool.
Which must have been huge.
Yes, that has to be. Man, and then here's Robbie the Robot with some zip kicker. Remember when Zip Kicker came in that?
Well, and the Robbie the Robot is not a styrene kit at that point, just so
No.
everyone knows. That's a resin kit.
Yeah. What's that other robot, do you know?
Don't.
If anyone knows, let us know. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. And here we have, I remember this being there one year or something like that. This is the Star Trek. Another Enterprise. We have some cool Wonderfest pictures. Now, here's the plaque up close. Wonderfest 92. Perfect condition. And Tim saved all of this stuff. Like, he has all these papers in plastic binders and sleeves and stuff. So now we have the actual, here we go, Louisville Plastic Kit and Toy. Or no, so 92 wasn't the first show. August 1990 is the first show. And you see that logo up in the corner? That's kind of what I wanted our logo to be when I was trying to figure out logos. With the brush and the X-Acto knife and the paint. But whatever. Admission $1.
Tables $20.
We go back in time. Join now. And here's some more paraphernalia. Some pretty cool. People are listening on the audio side of this. You're going to want to, at some point, head on over to the YouTube channel and see this. There's your membership application for spaceship, monster, superhero, military. So the first, March 16th, 1990. Remember when Wonderfest was in March? I loved it when it was in March.
April was my first. I think the first one in 90.
April,
we went to in 95 was April. But yeah.
More show notes. Welcome to Wonderfest. There's the map of to the Holiday Inn where it used to be. That's pretty cool to see. So, programs 93. 2 years before we went. 94, the year before we went. Here's the inside. And these are Dave Cockrum drawings. Pretty cool. I love this. There's one from 99. This was the last time that Tim went to Wonderfest, he said, was 19. Right. That
So
was
that's
the
the
year
year
Wrightston was there.
99.
What was 99?
Well, because I see the mascot there, I won the contest on naming that mascot. And I got a free room.
That was the year you got the free room?
But that, okay, so that flyer, though, just so everyone knows, Wonderfest would send out that flyer early.
Man, this is what I miss about Wonderfest. This sort of thing. The hype about it. There's his badge. And so this is Tim and his band. Tim's there with the gray hair. Second from the left in the picture. Maxed Out was the band. There's Tim. Now, let's get on to the collection. There's some cool stuff, guys. So in Tim, when you walk down into his living room, there's one of those beam case that goes across the ceiling. And it's like a beam, but it's not a beam. It's a glass case. And he has his entire Aurora collection. Probably not his entire, but it's all Aurora kits that are in there. So just kind of going through them. And then on the end.
Okay, first of all, I have to correct you.
It's not all Aurora kits.
Thank you.
Right. It's mostly towards the other end. But a lot of plastic kits. A lot of styrene. And a lot of the stuff he did on the one end is his original Auroras that he did back in the 60s. So, Bach, I really like his houses, and you'll see that house there, and then he has the Psycho house later on, the Addams Family house. There's really cool stuff. End of the Giants. Odd Job, the James Bond.
Your mom gives me an odd job sometimes.
Look at that. Just to have them there. So badass. And then let me get down here. The Dark Shadows kits, the Hunchback, Forgotten Prisoner. So these Aurora kits that he does have in there, these are the ones he painted as a kid. Yeah. Oh, yes. And
so when you get to the
paint
point
job, like he did a great job.
When you get to the Sequest kit,
okay,
the submarine.
Which one's that?
It's the long submarine with the DVDs in the background.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a little freaked out.
Hold on. I'm still showing the Aurora kit. You're jumping way ahead. Come back. There's Wonder Woman, Jamie's favorite kit of the whole thing.
I love that kit.
Oh wait, there's like 2 pictures. And now he has his modern styrene kit. Here's some more. There's the Munsters house. I want to go find the organ player from the Haunted Mansion. I think that's a cool model. Okay, I'm on the submarine.
So we got the Munsters, Planet of the Apes, Abbott and Costello, Tarzan, Three Stooges, and the Waltons. We should pitch that to Mike over at NY3D Creations. Maybe the Waltons. You'd have John Boy with his big mole, and I just thought it was funny. There's the Waltons.
So it's pictures like this one, the one right after where I'm at with Batman, Robin, all those kids. This is like how I like seeing pictures, where it's just stuff, and everywhere you look, there's something like new every time you look at them. Like I didn't notice that Monkey's guitar on the shelf until just now.
Hey, we're the Monkeys.
So cool. So lots of stuff. We had a long conversation about the Predator dreadlocks on that kit. Yeah, everyone knows it's a bunch of a pain in the ass. More plastic. More kits. All the Batman. He's very disappointed that they never did the Batgirl.
Did you tell him about Dave's?
Yeah, he knows. But he's like, I want the plastic. What was that dolphin?
So that was a Sequest kit.
Yeah.
But it was originally, he took the Sequest stuff off of it. But originally there was a dolphin kit and it had a diver on it. It was Flipper.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. There's the Psycho house. Look, that looks like, I love that Psycho house. So many cool things. Another close up. More stuff. Some Skinner. Alien. Close ups of the plastic kits. It was just so exciting to be there. And he was such a nice guy. All right. This picture is my favorite kind of picture. I love seeing people's workbenches. And this is his workbench. Look how amazing. This is what, it gives me chills thinking about how cool this is. So all those brushes, all the paint, all the years of paint on that table. He's working on the Mothman right now. He just finished Grandpa and Herman, and Schlitzie he's working on. Just finished that as well. And just tons of little stuff. If you look at mine, there's tons of little stuff back here as well. And I just love seeing stuff like, and all the little tools and all the little objects. This is what our hobby's about. And I will talk at the end a little bit about what I want.
The first time I went to my friend's Kurt's house, it was very much like this.
Really?
Yeah, with shelves of like built garage kits, not necessarily painted, but built.
Yeah.
And then he had little shelves with all his little Marx figures on it, and yeah, it was crazy, man. There was stuff everywhere.
I just love it. And the glue everywhere, like just. And I took a picture. It's here later on. The picture, if you can look, the next picture with the back of the Mothman, with the model glue leaning up against that mug, with the little tools next to it. It's just so exquisite and so just us. This is Model Club. This is like, it made me just so happy to see his tons of kids. The Marx figures there he painted. His California Raisins and Smurfs collection. And the Star Trek guys all the way up there at the top, and the Kool-Aid guys, the sparking creatures.
I went to the gentleman that was on Collector's called Tom Marguerite's
Marguerite's
house for his second watch party of the show. And there was a guy there from Wonderfest, Matt. I don't want to mispronounce Matt's last name. It starts with a G. And he's the guy that sculpted that parade thing a couple of years ago. He always does a cartoon character every year. So Matt was there too, which was cool because when I walked in the door, I knew somebody. And Tom has agreed to let us come and film his collection. And you're going to like if you like this, you're going to like his.
Okay, good. So you know what? Hold that for when we're done, because I want to talk. Like, that's what I want to talk about. How many sparking creatures have you had in your life? I had one when I was a kid. I had a Kong too.
What creatures?
The wind-up walking creature from.
Oh, I never had one. Never had one.
I had one of those. I had the Kong. I love those things.
There was a Godzilla too, wasn't there?
Yeah, and a Godzilla. Or maybe it was Godzilla I had. No, I had Kong too, I think. This is more stuff. And again, look how it's all just. All right, this is where we had something in common. And I'm so mad at him. He has his Shogun Godzilla. And what does it have? It has the fist, and it has a non-broken switch on the back of his neck. I cracked my switch off when I was a kid, and I don't have the fist anymore. I just have, but he's got it all. And got an original Big Frankie. Other stuff, humanoids from the deep. Like, just, I love how it's all just glommed together. Again, look at the shelf behind there. More cars and Hot Wheels stuff. More. And Phil Kupko would have been amazed because he's got all the weirdos, all the Ratfink stuff, tons of Ratfink stuff. There's what's that creature? Is that?
It's like a motionette Halloween thing, I think.
Okay. He's got the Kenner alien toy right there, and it still has the clear dome. More little figures everywhere. And that's my
those are all the sideshow little big heads that I have and you never comment on when you come over.
Well, I'm talking not just those. I'm talking every little.
But yeah, and he's got all the sideshow action figures up there, or some of them. He's got the King Kong that I have out, but he's got his box. Sculpted by Sean Nagel years ago.
Next picture, like, again.
But I have all those sideshow
little guys? Yeah.
Little big heads. Matter of fact, if anyone's looking for a set of those, get a hold of me.
Okay. More Aurora Frankenstein. We have Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, we'll back up on that Aurora Frankenstein. That's an original box too. That's not a Toys R Us box. It's an original box.
Yeah. Again, look at all those little. It's so fun to look at. There in the background, you can see him and his wife when they were kids, married right out of high school. Like, just, it was like hearing the stories was just. He's got all. He didn't. Okay, look in the top corner. See that little orange demon guy? The top right corner?
Yeah.
He didn't know what that was. I knew what that was because I'm the only other person that I know has one of those. I have a green one. They're from the cartoon Black Star, and they came with the action figures. They always the bad guys came with those little demons. And there's just like a little Hitler guy. All those. There's an Iron Maiden down there. Like, there's such.
Yeah, those are all kits, all old kits. Look at the lunch boxes, the Green Hornet.
All the flyers, all the Nosferatu, the Monarch stuff.
There's the Snoopy kid up in the background and the Red Baron.
Yep. Star Trek. Lunchboxes. Such cool stuff. Down here. And here's the other, like, I love the collage look of it. It's nothing but a 3D collage. The whole room, just collage. There's so much to look at. Here. All right.
Did you look at the hours he spent painting this
I
stuff,
know.
too?
So this is what we didn't know. So first of all, in the center, that T-Rex, I've always wanted. As a kid, my parents were like, nope, too expensive. Nope, too expensive. And never got one. That paint job in person was fantastic on the thing. It was really.
You didn't buy the reissue when they reissued?
No, I didn't. And in the corner, there's a sea monster. Do you know what this? And then in the next picture, next to the Green Lantern, do you know what that is? He couldn't remember who produced it. So if anyone knows, let us know in the comments. He did this diorama with the joint guy. And here's a close up of that Frankenstein and the guillotine. And the skull. That's the original one, or is that a new one?
That's probably original.
Yeah.
Just given everything else he's got, I'd say it's original, but maybe not.
But I mean, look at that paint job on that original Frankenstein. That's a pretty good paint job for like.
Well, it's a classic Frankenstein too. It's classic what everyone did. I got this green. I got rope. I'll make the rope yellow. I mean, that's what it was.
And there's a close up of this bench where he had his clippers, his like paint bottles, glue, more toys, music stuff, paint brushes,
VHS.
Yeah. Oh man, the General Lee, love that car. Right next to the Ecto 1, Mach 5. Kiss over there. Oh, I just noticed the Kiss model. I didn't even notice those when I was there. Man, really cool stuff. Mr. Hank. I just blown away by everything. Here's all the flyers, livers, what are they like?
Yep. I'm betting those are originals.
Yeah. Tim as the collector. Look at this Hulk. I love this picture. Yeah, this is a lot of paint. Like, just blown away by it. And then, tons of little toys.
So I have something he's got on the wall right there. Look.
Right there. Which one? What? This is where I started to get really excited. And I know no one else is probably going to be super excited. He had pull-out drawers that were about 2 inches tall each. And they were filled with nothing but coin machines. Like from the 10-cent machines and the quarter machines.
Oh, I love the little Frankies.
Oh, I love this stuff. Love this stuff.
And those are all Ratfink rings.
Yep. And the monster heads there, or those finger puppets, maybe on your finger. The little dentures, the light bulb. Like, I love those little things. Those are my. So here's some more. More in those drawers. And there was another drawer. I don't know if I have it. Wait. Indian, army men, some toy guns, toy cars. And there was I missed it. I don't know where that picture went. He had a drawer. He had a bunch of the Frito Bandito figures. Dude, it was like, it was so nice there. You would have had a dog, cat. You know, me and cats aren't good with my allergies, but I did okay. The bird model kits, remember those things?
Yeah.
That would be fun to paint. And he did a great job on those. If you squint your eyes, they look like real birds. Man, such cool stuff. Get this.
Viewmaster.
These were some of Jamie's favorite pictures. He had a lot of stuff Jamie liked as well, like just toys and like vintage stuff. So here's some vintage stuff plushies with the rubber faces, which she's really into and really likes. Like great stuff. Cars, more cars, more stuff. Then here's another shot of that. More. And then I feel bad. This picture, he closed his eyes, and it was the only picture we took together. But then this was, and I don't know. This was my favorite thing he showed me.
Well, and what's funny is, so, like, I saw the Wolfman, I saw the Frankenstein. I think I saw the King Kong. He still has those.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about that.
So this is Tim of January of 65. This is my favorite thing he showed me. And it just, I don't want to get emotional, but it harkens back to when simpler, like when the world was just better for some people. You know, it's, yes, there were bad things going on then, but man, if everyone could live like that now, just like imagine how cool that is. And I'm sure this photograph brings back a ton of memories for you and for other people from that decade of like what it was like to be with your dad building models in the 60s. And this picture just nails it until it's bookended with this. I love this picture. This is one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken. And I didn't really notice it until I got home and I started putting this together. I love this picture. This is us. You know, this is when you think of Garage Kit guys and you think of our hobby. This is it in one photograph. And it makes me really, really appreciate everyone in our audience and how life actually is, how short it is, and what we choose to do with our time and our weird little world we're all in. And this perfectly captures us. And I just want to thank Tim again for inviting us into his home.
And so you look at that picture.
Me.
You look at that picture of him was taken 60 years ago. 60 years ago. And it's amazing, that he still has a lot of those models that are on that shelf. That's cool. But see, this goes into the whole where the baby boomers are and why we do things and collect things, which you're a little past that. But, it's weird. And because I don't think this newer generation, what are you going to do? Have a picture of your Atari?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or your Nintendo? He built and painted every one of those out of the box.
Mm-hmm. And again, Tim, thank you. It was something I really needed, especially after the last 2 weeks. And it really just made me appreciate things.
You should ask him if you could have stayed at his house, because apparently you didn't have a room.
No, the cat allergies, I would have been done. Man, yeah. Because we were thinking of stopping by his house before we went to the fest. And I'm glad we waited till Sunday because we were so tired and angry that I wouldn't have appreciated it as much. So again, thank you. This was amazing. And I love this picture. So, going forward, I want to do this. And I will let people, when I'm going out of town or if I'm going to anywhere, I'll let you know where I'm going. If you live in the area, and I wish I would have brought my video, like my gimbal with me, and I would have filmed a little bit and done some more and put mics on him so he could have walked us through it and we could have recorded it and done a thing like that. But I want to do this more. if I'm in your area, I'll just say where I'm going. There's somebody in the area that wants to do a little just photo thing like this, and we'll do a little highlight reel like we just did. We'll do this more because I think this is really needs to be appreciated. And it almost makes me want to do a book, a photo book of that picture of just us, of like our people standing in front of their collection, and just make a coffee table book out of like pictures like that.
What are you, Kramer? You want to make?
Yes, I know. I want to make a coffee table book like that of just stuff of people and just us, because that's what this show's about. It's a club. We're all in it, no matter what you participate or not. It's just, it was something I needed, and thank you, Tim, for reaching out. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope it's not too boring. Look at these pictures or anything, but it was just. Jamie and I left there and we're just like, wow, that was really cool. So thank you. Emails, voicemails, and correction. So I have one email, and this is from Raymond LeGrand. So Ray LeGrand. Hi, Jason. Hope all is well with you and your family. I'm always building kits, but some don't seem to fit into the subjects which you have in the gallery on Model Club TV. So I just thought I'd drop you a note and let you know of my latest build, the Mercury Atlas Launcher Complex. I'm not submitting it to the gallery, as I said, because it just doesn't seem to fit with the topics you cover, but just to give it a look-see, just for you to give it a look-see. It's on my YouTube channel, Sungar. Sunguar? How do you say that?
Sungar.
Sungar. Give it a look and tell me what you think. The video is about 3.5 minutes long. So real quick, I set this up. I'm going to be able to pull this up. So here's Ray's video. I was able to pull this up. Here's a little highlight reel of all this stuff. And I want everyone to know, you can send in anything. It doesn't matter if it fits the subject matter we're talking about or figures or anything. If you're working on a model and you've built it, you listen to our show, send it in. I will put it in the gallery. It doesn't matter. I can't put 3-minute videos. That's one thing I can't put in. But I will put some still frames or some quick turnaround videos if you got those. Those usually work, but this works pretty cool. And so I hope this works. We're showing it here. Everyone, I'll put the link to his channel down below in the comments, but that is a lot of work and looks pretty dang cool. Ask me. So very nice. Let that play out. Other than that, I don't have anything else, Scott.
Well, I want to.
I have no corrections.
I want to address something.
Okay.
And I answered it in the comments, but I'm going to answer it here because we were talking about Wolfman kits last time.
Yes. I'm glad you brought this up because I forgot.
And I'm not calling the guy out because he wasn't. I don't feel he was a jerk about it or anything. But one of the gentlemen. I'm assuming it's a gentleman. Maybe I shouldn't, but wrote, "Sorry, gents, but the face is terrible on this Wolfman kit. I don't know why we went through the trouble and expense to secure Cheney rights, as it doesn't look a thing like him. The rest of the kit is great, though." So I addressed this in a comment, in a reply. But first of all, we're all entitled to our opinion, okay? Just don't be a jerk about it. And I'm not saying this guy was not a jerk about it. Okay, we had one guy that was a jerk about something, and he's no longer with us, thank God. But
we didn't kill him.
No,
he's just no longer part.
So again, we're all entitled to that. What I want to explain is, I know the sculptor of this kit on a more personal basis, and I can just tell you that it's not a question of he sculpts it and says, "Here you go." Okay. He sculpts it and he hands it to them. Now, first it's got to get by X Plus for them to say, "Okay, we're okay with it." Okay. And then it's got to go through the Cheney family for them to say, "We're okay with it." And maybe the order's wrong. Maybe it goes through Cheney last. Then it's got to go through Universal. And they got somebody there that's probably never even seen the movie that's got to be okay with it. So by the time it goes through all those things, everyone wants changes. You don't see what it originally was. And this is really true on the Dracula. You and I were both privy to see early renders of the Dracula kit. And
how do we say this?
By the time it
nice?
went through all the changes, you got what you got. And it's not that it's bad. It's not that what you got was bad, but it wasn't as good as it could be.
The original stuff we saw, and maybe it's far enough in the past.
And the sculptors are at the mercy of the licensors.
Yeah.
And
the family.
And the families, if there are involved. And then we're also found that a lot of times once they get the files, they have other sculptors work on them and change them. So it's, I just want to be clear. Let's not blame the sculptors when this stuff happens, because it goes through a lot of iterations. And
well, I'll say it, and if I get in trouble,
it gets there.
That original Dracula was meant to look younger, like the movie, like the original first, like Dracula,
right?
Younger Bela Lugosi. It did not end up that way, and that was not the original sculptor's fault. And even with this Wolfman, and I said it does not look like what I originally saw, and it's confirmed. It did go through some changes after the original picture.
Mm-hmm.
So it is different from the beginning of what it was. So everyone,
and it's
you're welcome.
Frustrating to the sculptors. We've had 2 of them on that work for this company.
Yep.
I'll let you guys figure out who it is, but you should probably know. And both of them, get a little frustrated that their work gets altered or whatever.
Both of them said the exact same thing.
Yes. And it's off camera. I'm not going to go into it deep, but they both had some of the same issues with it. That's for sure.
Story. So,
yeah.
Yes. While it's a great Wolfman kit, yes, there's perfect. And it's like that far from, like, it's right there. And someone just got in there and said, no, do this. And that was the wrong thing. That leaves an opportunity for anyone to make a replacement head for that Wolfman that looks slightly more Cheney-ish. Same with the Dracula. I'd love to see some replacement heads come out for those kits. My problem with the X Plus creature is they took a still that was above water and then made it look like it was underwater. Whereas if they took that creature where he was standing and just hooked his ankle onto the anchor and made it look like he was swimming, imagine how much better. But whatever. That's where we are. I have one other thing. I have another thing that came in the mail today. This is from Mike Zizik. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's a box of money.
That would be, well, considering he's used to be in education as well, I don't think that's throwing. Ooh, I almost stabbed myself in the chest.
You should, wearing that disgusting shirt. I'd fucking flick hamburger grease all over that. If you'd have wore that to the picnic. What are you, Speed Racer?
Ah! He got me something wicked this way comes. Because I was complaining on Discord that this isn't on Disney Plus yet. Mike! I love you, sir. Heck yeah. Have you seen this, Scott?
I have not.
Oh, man, this is good.
Maybe I should come over. We'll have a watch party.
Watch party? It's scary. It used to scare the crap out of me. Hell yeah. Mike, you're the best. Aw. We'll end it there. That's fantastic. I was fully expecting
we have great listeners, don't we?
I was fully expecting Bigfoot porn to come out of there. Speaking of which, any Bigfoot news? Anything? Nothing? Nothing new?
No, nothing new.
All right. Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool. All right. That's the show, everybody. I hope you liked it. We're going to do more of this, and I'm serious. If I'm in your area, I'd love to do this again. Take pictures, video, do a little interview or something in your collection explaining it. And Tim, I'm going to be reaching out to you before the next Wonderfest, and we'll talk. So we'll see everybody next time on Model Club TV. Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I know. TV.
Hey, the gallery is really short this episode, so let's get that in.
We have Wolfman kits.
Yeah,
so don't
I did get some Wolfman stuff in. We are when that kit comes out is when we'll have the Wolfman episode. So we'll do it around then. So if you have Wolfman kits to send in, send us pictures. We'll have a nice long Wolfman gallery, or use them to talk about Wolfman kit, our favorite Wolfmans. Excellent. See everybody next time. Bye, everyone.